Howdy, guys. Mexican Coke, man. I got I got some fruit tea. Oh, also, just I got my Shahong shit. That's what I got right here. My little red book for CPM. That finally came in. That smells so good. I'm pretty stoked, not gonna lie. One moment, let me go let the cat out here. Cat definitely cannot figure out how to get out of the room. Oh, great. This one is Binks. He's not as cuddly as Milo. This one's Binks. Okay, so first of all, before we get started with the compiler, we're going to do STM32Cube IDE. Speaking of cuddling arrays, I got two. And recently, I mean, Blahas? Did you mistake? Recently, as in yesterday, although that's pretty dope. One moment. Look up Blahaj. I gotcha. Let me look this up. Oh, Oh, is this the? Yeah, this is the. This is the IKEA shark. The trans IKEA shark. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I saw it. You sent a picture of it. So we're gonna close this project. In fact, no. We're just gonna close this. What is that? Gonna see. We're gonna close project. We're going to make a new project. New STM32 project. Yeah, you have two. That's pretty dope. You got. Yeah, I saw one. Well, we have a ton of stuffed animals. We have a ton of stuffed animals. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this setup right here. We're gonna make a C++ environment for this board, the STM32 IDE, and this board is gonna be the Nuclear F767ZI. And we're gonna try to do C++ because there's a very stupid thing in STM32 IDE, which is IDE for this board, in which if you choose a C project, or sorry, even if you choose a C++ project and you change pins in the pin configurator, it will switch back to C, which is ridiculous, which means you have to like recopy and redo all your code, put it back into C++ file every single time. But supposedly there's a way to fix this or to get around it. So we're going to test that out. Nucleo F7. We're going to choose this board. Are you eating cornstarch foam packaging? My brother, have you ever seen popcorn? Okay. So right here, we're going to C++, empty file name. We're going to do harness emulator. Next, that's fine. The camera made it look like Pure White really did it. Hang on, let's try it. Okay, yeah. We're gonna set all peripherals in the default mode. There we go. Now we're gonna pull my phone out because I took a screenshot of supposedly what to do. Let me just wait for things to. Oh my god, it's blinding. Okay, so if you look over here on the side, you go to core, source. In here, I don't know if you can see, but it says main.c. I want to change that to C++. But you can't change it to C++ because when you regenerate this file, when you regenerate this thing, it will recreate a main.c and put all the new peripheral defaults in there and just totally ignore your code. So the only way to either fix that is to change the template, which don't do, or we can work around it. C++.o normal C header. So yeah, apparently I can do something like that. So basically it says create a new file like alt main.c++. So we're gonna go to source, we're gonna create new, we're gonna make a source file. We're going to do alt main cpp. Okay. And then it says define your main application logic within a function in alt main.cpp, such as int alt main. So yeah, let's do what's going on here. There we go. Int alt main void return 0 while 1 okay, makes sense so far. Then it says in main.c call alt main from within the main function inside the user code section to avoid it being, rewritten every time you compile. So right here, do the user code section begin. So let's do after all this BS. So let's do it right here before this while loop. Alt main. Okay. You have to include it, right? So to ensure proper linking, declare alt main with C linkage in header file. Oh, come on. Include this header file in both alt main.cpp and main.cpp. So let's figure this out. So if I go here to include new header file and do something like alt main.hpp. Do I do it? No, I need to do h, right? I need to do h because I need to include it in both. So if I go to main, I go up here and do user begin include alt main.h. Then I go here. Oh my god. Go here. Include alt main.h. Okay. Then here, do something like if def C++ extern C and if int alt main void if and def C plus plus, and then end if. Okay, supposedly, folks, this will do something useful. Honestly, I got little hope. Of course, what's going on? If it works first, try that. Is it stream end? No. Sorry. This isn't a stream end. No, not at all. Okay, this is pretty cool. So now basically what's going to happen is in the future when I work on this project, I will basically write my code here. So basically the initializations, the peripheral stuff will be in this file as usual. And then this will contain my actual code, and then I'll be able to create my library and stuff and use objects. Sweet. Okay. So now, are we ready, folks? Let us create a compiler. So we're making a makefile. Okay, basically what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to ask Copilot to make my makefile because no one wants to make makefiles, folks. Makefiles suck. Peter is supposed to do CMake because CMake is like so much better. Like, actually, yeah, I know. Speaking of compilers, yeah, that's what's up. So this compiler test is going to take the language called PL0, programming language 0. Made a Lua compiler attached. Of course, made a Lua compiler attached. That's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. But this language is called PL0. Yeah, let me bring it up. So we're gonna bring this, and then we're gonna do this. PL0. Okay. If you could count bytecode as a compiled language, you know what? Yes, it is actually. Bytecode is a compiled language. So basically, PL0 is it's kind of an educational programming language, but it is Turing complete, and supposedly it's pretty easy to make a compiler for it. Now, what this tutorial does, or this walkthrough does, what this does is this does this does PL0. Excuse me, PL0 to C. So basically, you're going to take in your PL0 code, and then you're going to output C. I want to bypass that, and I want to output assembly. I want to output 8080 assembly. So that's what we're going to do. So anyway, let's ask Copilot what to do. So I want a makefile written so that it compiles source files from folder src and includes from include. Isn't this so dope? Now, can you change this to work on cursor is better? Brainfuck is also a Turing complete language. Look, yes, Brainfuck is a Turing complete language, but well, I could do a Brainfuck compiler to 8080 assembly, which I think would actually be really fun. We're gonna save that for later because that's esoteric, and like I don't think that would really. I don't think I would learn how to do a compiler for making a brainfuck interpreter, or even a compiler. Cursor's better than Copilot. The next the RF does not work. Sweet. Accept. Looks good, folks. Cursor is better than Copilot. Let's look this up. Cursor AI. I gotta pay for it. Well, let me look at my LM Studio. Oh, for Windows. Oh, that's kind of fun. But you're gonna have to either pay for it or have an OpenAI key. For it to have an OpenAI key. I gotcha. I'm reading the lines here. But basically, if I load this with my DeepSeek Quencoder, dude, this Quencoder thing is like the bombest thing ever. I loaded up, and if you look at my research management, oh my god, did you see that lag? The best tab complete I've ever seen. That's pretty dope. I'll check it out. Basically, I have 80 gigs of RAM, and like a good chunk of it's being used now. Anyway, so we're gonna make a new folder. SRC. We're gonna make a new folder. Include. We're gonna make a new file. We're gonna make it main.c. Okay. We're gonna make a new include and do main.h. And we're gonna change this to PL0C. Bro, I had to downgrade my memory from 96 to 64 because of my CPU upgrade. It went from DDR4 to DDR5. Damn, I'm sorry. $200 RAM kit? That is insane. Like I was like, by default, include AST. What? Whoa! Do you see this? The autocomplete is literally just giving me the source code to the goddamn compiler. It already knows what I want. That's insane. I also lost being able to use a second GPU because my case is too small. I'm sorry. Dude, this is nuts. I mean, dude, I love Copilot. Like, I love it. But, come on, dude, I don't want to... you know, have that. You know, I don't want to do that. Basically, okay, let's see here. Let's go to include and do new file, do lexer.h, new file, parser.h. Okay, pragma once, Of course, sort of given you the entire parser and lexer with it too. Yeah, like, that's fun and cool, but I want to do it myself. I want to learn. I want to learn how to do this. You know? Like, I am all for, like, learning, like, you know, using the shortcut, but I'm not going to learn how to do it. What is it? Is it like W error 2? Like, so if I do like int argc char argv and here's my PL0C compiler. Then terminal, new terminal. I said new terminal. Wait, how do I? What? What? How do I? What? How do I? How do I move with that? What? Why is it? What? Why is it up here? What? Why is my terminal up here? Bro, terminal. Bro, why is it over here? What the hell? One moment. Change terminal window position, Visual Studio Code. Oh my god. So I was a little curious. What is your Visual Studio setup? Panel position. Bottom. Okay, that was freaking me out. Oh, what is this? Line 2. What? I saw a screenshot of the server. That's pretty dope. What? On takes the next unexpected end of file. What? My make file has an error saying unexpected end of file. Actually, but isn't this how it's supposed to work? Like, legit, isn't this how it's supposed to work? What do you mean? Oh shit. What the hell? Makefile 28, 28, 28, 28, 28. This one. Okay. I had a similar problem with this today. Windows makefile, if not exist directory, make dir. Oh, you know what? That could be it. That could be it. That could be it. $28 still. $28 still. I swear this worked on my computer at work. Oh, here. Ask DeepSeek. You know what? One moment. Here's my makefile. Here's my makefile. I get an error on line 28 saying error 2. What? Wait, what is going on? What? Here's my makefile. Let me delete this. Can you help me fix my makefile? It says there's an error on line 28. Syntax. Unexpected end of file. How do I like... I experienced an issue because see this local thing, especially when you get like the model that'll fit on your GPU. That's so dope. This looks a little more correct. We're gonna copy this and we're just gonna go whoop, boop, doop, boop, 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 make missing separator. You seem to have made this work for only Linux. Can you make this work for Windows? This is literally just going to be a stream series of me fighting the goddamn DeepSeek 14B model, isn't it? Dude, what the hell? What the hell? What is this? What? I tried emailing myself like the make file at work. Dude, this is just oh my I'm missing separator. This is so hot. This is so bad. This is so bad. Dude, I can't do this. Oh, good. It works. Okay, so now the error is this. So basically we have to do void argc void argv. The reason being is because I have W error because I want to be I just want to be like completely correct. So there we go. We have we have the environment set up. Okay, now that we got that fixed, basically, so we're gonna try to get at least just something built a little here. Will it be Lexing anything? Probably not tonight, but it will be. Speaking of W area, what are you speaking of, man? My linter has an error on everything from my game ending. Really? That is horrible. So we're get my preprocessor, of course, always. So the workflow is start, new line of assembly, person tokens is going to be pass 1, then yes and your current address, and then you keep reading, you keep reading, okay, keep reading, and then finally, is it pass 2? No, then you start writing binary. Is it end of assembly? Nope, then you start writing binary. Nope, start writing binary. So you do the first 3 quarter addresses, then you write your binary out. So this is the syntax of PL0, which is this. It gives you everything. It's a pretty easy language supposedly, so don't worry about it. Now let's consider rough workflow. Compiler writes read in source code. You got a Lexa token, parse, and ready to emit code. If you're not ready to emit code, then you keep lexing that token you keep listing that line, and then you keep listing a token from that line, you keep parsing, and then once you're ready to emit code, then you emit the code. It's at the end? No, then you start the whole thing again. So basically you have to lex each line, and then you do that. Then you do your assembly. So yeah, you do a bunch of stuff. So let's go to the next page. While we're here, let's do this. Choose to emit C or 880 assembly. Define C. Def C. Define 880 ASM. The systems for my game engine are going to be moved to a single function soon, and only the dynamic arguments. It's going to be amazing. Well, good luck on that. I'm literally just remaking Bevy button TypeScript at this point. Gee, that's pretty insane. Okay. Let's go here. So basically, go here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna copy this in. This. I'm gonna copy this in. And then it says char raw. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna copy this in. Okay. I'm going to do externs extern char raw source code pointer. So then in main.c I'm going to do definitions of externs char raw. We're good so far. Basically, I'm going to do a char start p and make sure. I can't use a single function. You have to use classes or objects. Man, that sucks. Your plan was so beautiful. If argc is not equal to, then I've put us to std error. So basically, if argc not equal, oh my god. And then cast it to void because it's not returning anything here. Usage pl0c file dot pl0 std error exit 1. What am I using now? Yeah, I do agree. That would have been pretty cool. And then you read in, set your start pointer, and then parse. So then you read in argv1 char and then you set start p equals raw parse, then free raw restart p. Cool. And then you just return 0. I just start p because I think start p is a malloc. And you might say read in. Well, what is read in? So then read in is going to be down here. Char file. Okay, and then you go to here. And you do function prototypes. So I'm gonna make every arg dynamic args. That's pretty cool. Void in char file. Okay. Then we're gonna do a read in. Then we're gonna do a parse. So if we do here, we do function prototypes. Void parse void, and then we go here, new file, parser.c, include main, include parser.h, void parse cool, and then we're gonna do new file and do lexer.c, include main.h, include lexer.h, and do a make here char file. Lol, I gotta void file. Okay. I think we're good so far. So we need an error. Right, okay. So one thing I was a little confused on is if static size t line equals 1. They have everything static in this example, so that's gonna, so I don't know. Basically, do I do extern int line and then int line equals 1? I think that'll work. And then of course I want error, so void error, and this of course is going to use the this will use include stdarg.h, and this of course is going to be const char fmt, and then your that Okay. Looks good. And then VA list AP. So you're going to be doing your argument pointer, VA list. Void, because I was casting it to void. F printf. I don't know why it says F put S and F printf, like as if that means anything. Oh, no, never mind. I guess F printf, because we're using formatted string, it says %lu. So this is what it says. It says std error, right, to the standard error PL0C error, and then basically it says what line do you want this on. LU is copying, pasting code about reading and writing. Only for the first part of this, just so I drill into my head. And then after that, like after this error one, I'll fix the rest of it here. And then of course, yeah, line, which is the thing. But what it actually needs to do is, because size t is actually a long unsigned, so that's what that needs to be. And then VA start. What is VA start? Right, your axis pointer, and then your well, everything else. I variable argument in C, I think, are just so wild. I'm not even sure how. I am sure. Basically, when you pass arguments to your function in C, what actually ends up happening is you just get everything gets shoved onto the stack. It doesn't matter how big that stack is, as long as you know how big that stack is. If you know how big that stack is, then you're good. So you can grab as many as you need. That's how you do variable argument sizes in C. Void printf, right? Yeah. And std error, t and AP, just so you got everything going out. And then VA and right. Essentially destroy your pointer, and then of course, let's see, right, print it, the new line, so we actually print std error, so then finally error can be printed, and then exit 1. Cool. We can get rid of that. We can close that. Let's bring you back up here. Too many arguments. Ah. There we go. And then if we make it, wait, I could have sworn. Oh, I'm sorry. Size T, there we go. That's more like it. That is definitely more like it. Oh my god. What do I need to do next? Basically, next what I need to do is basically do the read file. So this is going to be kind of fun. So I found out this great thing called, actually let me include it here. We're going to include it. So first we're going to do include F control. So this is going to be like file control stuff, and then we're going to include sys/stat. And what this does is basically you do statistics of file blocks, which is pretty dope. So instead of doing fread, rewind, and all that garbage in C, you can use these two functions to handle your file essentially as an object, which I did not know about before today. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're going to do that. So first we're going to make our file pointer. Okay, and then struct. We want to make our statistic struct. Stat. We'll just call it well. No, I don't want a continuous copilot, homie. What's up? What's up, Desp? Google released a model and it's insanely good. Google model? Free? What model? What's it called? What's it called? Google AI Studio? Latest models? It ain't free, it's selling your data. Or it's sending your data to the cloud. Gemini 2.5 Pro. Gemini 2.5 Pro is not free. No, Gemini isn't. No, it's not here. No, I have Gemini pull up. No, you're it's literal cap. I have Gemini pull up right here, and when I say I want a new model, like switch models, I have deep research, I have flash thinking and flash. Here, let me pull up, let me pull up my Discord here. Oh, damn, is that your setup? Oh, no. Your setup isn't cursed, I would say. Your setup is pretty good. Your setup is, essentially what a lot of people at my work will do for, like, just Visual Studio anyway. No, you're good. That makes sense, right? Because you read on your left, so, like, why would you... You don't care about your files. Those go on the right, dude. No. That makes sense. I also like your dual terminals. Well, I would say dual, but it looks like you got a crap load of terminals. So no. You got a dope setup. I consent. Yeah, great. So that means I'm now going to sell my soul to the Google overlords. Create a prompt. Wait, how do I... Oh, start typing down here. How to make a compiler for the Intel 80. How can you help me make a compiler for the Intel 8080? I want to make a simple language compiler that outputs Intel 8080 assembly code and parses the source code via an AST Let's see if this does anything helpful. It's a thinking model. Des, can you explain to me what a thinking model is? Is this, like, what is a thinking model? I've heard it before, but oh my god, it's giving me the code. Oh my god, it's giving me the entire code. This is why I hate this. I want to learn. I can't learn from this. It has jumps. Makes it think about what it does. So does that basically mean it runs? It gave Python code though. I'll just say something like, "Thank you so much. This can you write this all in C though?" We're gonna try making it right in C. Python's wonderful, you know, and I do find that when you just say "write me code," these models will just print it out. It's basically a recursion, exactly. Okay, so that's what I thought. Okay, it's a recursion. So it's either going to be really good or it's just going to be really crap because it's just going to get fed through the same goddamn blender. I will look through this, but I don't want to copy paste this. I can't learn it. I cannot learn the theory from this. Or no, sorry. I'm sure I can learn the theory from this, but I feel like if I do, I'm not gonna learn anything. Hang on. Did it just like give up? It sometimes just gives up to let me see, did it give up on the Python? Let's see, the Lexer generate unique label. Can you only used 14,000 tokens out of 1 million. I'm gonna start using this shit. You're gonna use it? I mean, go for it. I just, you seem to have not finished the else block for else block. Oh my god, please don't give me the entire goddamn code again. Is it gonna give me the goddamn code again? Oh my god. So Gemini does this anyway. Like the 2.0 model will do this. If you say, "Oh, you didn't give me the full code," it'll just give you every goddamn thing. And you know what? I bet it's not even gonna finish it. Wait, did it finish it? You're absolutely correct. My apologies. There's a completed generate if statement in the subsequent functions in the C compiler. Code generation include compiler, stdio, type struct assembly code. Okay. This is insane. For declarations, generate program statement assignment if while print expression. Knowledge cut off January 2025? That's insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just skimming this right now. I like this. It'll jump to the end of your label. It'll create a end label. Generate code for This could either be good or really bad because the max output tokens is 64k, but the max input is 1 million tokens. Okay, that would make sense. Like yeah, okay, that makes sense. Call a BIOS routine to print the value in A. MVIA-D load literal integer. So my code is this is nuts. This is my main function. This is nuts. Can I like export this all? Yeah, it even has an AST. Use code with caution. I love it. This is nuts. That is. Wait, I wasn't using the new model. Let me. How do can I make a new chat? I just wiped it. God damn it. Oh well, that's fine. Can you help me make a compiler for the Intel 8080? I want to create a compiler for a simple language that 50 requests per day though. Okay, well hopefully I shouldn't do that for here. I shouldn't need that limit. Simple language that will output Intel 8080 assembly code. I want it to use an AST also, so I can do long lines of operations. Can you also write this in C for me? Structured output, code execution. It can execute the code? Can I make 3,000 Google accounts? It can execute the code. Function calls. Call functions in the prompt. What? Wait, why is this taking so long? Why is this taking so long? It's thinking. Okay, is this what you mean by thinking? Let me see if it craps out halfway, because it doesn't like C. It'll give me like halfway stuff. Is it like a after that, she gotta head to bed. I guess it's pretty late. No, I'll continue. I'll continue this tomorrow night too. It's still going. It's still going, by the way. Is it like looping? Give me a make file. Give me a make file too. I agree to sell my personal information to Google so I can use their free IAM model. Can it like? Is it like a download zip? So you can download this all as a zip file. Okay, let's just read through this. Okay. Integer variables. Yep. Okay. Integer literals. Assignment. Yep. Arithmetic operators plus minus. We'll skip multiplication division for now. 80/80 / step multiply divide instructions requiring subroutines. Yeah. We can add that later. We got 11,000 tokens out of the 1 million. I'm sure if I ask it, it could tell me write a subroutine. But, leave something to the imagination, right? Parentheses for grouping, that's pretty fun. That's what the AST allows us to do. A print statement to output a variable's value. Okay. A statement separated by semicolons. Input arithmetic. No. They're just going to assume 8-bit stuff. We're not going to be doing 16-bit stuff. Makes sense. The optimizations, code will be straightforward and potentially inefficient. Yeah, we'll do keyhole optimization later. Control flow, if, while, for, whatever. That's fine. Variable scope. All variables global. Fair enough. Print routine, we're going to call print A instruction. You need to provide an actual print A subroutine in your AD environment by CPM simulator. Yep, yeah. That's fine. You're going to do like a double dabble and a reverse string. Memory model variables A through Z will be in assigned fixed memory locations. This is like TI basic. I can do you better for the A through Z. Basically, what you do is you create a variable table struct. So you do a token, you struct a variable. Ask it to add control flow. I will. Basically, what you do is you create a variable struct and say variable name and variable address. That's all you do. So then when you create your variable table, you have it run through, populate the names, and then say at the very end of your program, after you've made your stack, find that address, and then just start assigning your variables to those memory locations. So you don't need just A through Z, and you can have as many as you want. Comma.h, comma definitions. Makes sense. Token, Lexer. Include Lexer, static token. No, I'm just gonna do it. Can you add control flow to this? This is nuts. This is so bad. Dude, is this what program is going to become? You popcorn and watching AI do your work for you? Yeah. Dude, I can't. I can't in good faith, like, do this. Like, I'll do it to learn and help to, stuff like that, but this is. You know how they said that AI was going to come for jobs, and then they're like, no, actually, AI is totally shit for programming? Or could this become this if we don't want stuff like super stupid products, yeah. Or when we're so much similar, just these types of, yeah. But even if you told it to do, like, WebAssembly, you don't think it's going to be able to? You don't think it's going to scrape enough internet stuff to figure that out? Dude, it's going to start scraping source code for your actual web page before, it's not even going to scrape, it's not even going to scrape, Stack Overflow. It's gonna scrape the actual source code. It's going to start scraping source code from files that are uploaded. Using TypeScript, yeah. True, I guess I can't do fun stuff like that, but this is terrible. Like, dude, it even has the CPI 0 for checking if it's true. Can you add brackets? So, brackets would be adding scope. This is insane. You move here, you load the address. Oh my god, this is insane. Can you add brackets? Scope. Dude, adding scope will probably totally fuck you up because this is implying stack, which is what scope will do. Well, it could do stack, or it could just do compiler-wide stuff, like a compiler-wide scope. Dude, you're assuming that I'm gonna, like, build this? You know what? Just next stream, I'm gonna compile this. Next stream, I'm gonna compile this, and I'm gonna see if it works. works first try without any errors too. That would be insane. There's a good chance this will work with no errors first try. Because as hard as it is to write a compiler, it's been done to death. So there's so much code out there for it. I mean, you know, an AST isn't like, you know, a big brain, you know, thing. That's a very common data structure. Well, this is very humbling and terrifying. It just shit out so much code. You use almost like 100 tokens. Yeah, I used a total 32,000 total, and I put in like 100 tokens worth of prompt. Well, I'm headed to bed. Yeah, input tokens. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm headed to bed. I'll continue this tomorrow. This is just insane. Absolutely insane. Good night, Des. Thanks for joining me. And looking for you tomorrow, too. Okay? Good night.